Bienvenidos a mi diario de Inglés Británico, un podcast para hispanohablantes que quieren entender inglés británico con confianza y progresar profesionalmente en el Reino Unido. Soy Shandon, coach nativo de inglés británico. Y sí, también hablo español. En cada episodio hablo en inglés británico real y conversacional, para que practiques tu comprensión auditiva y te acostumbres a cómo hablamos los nativos en la vida diaria. Muy recientemente murió mi bisabuela y eso me ha hecho reflexionar mucho sobre lo corta que es la vida. De eso quiero hablar en este episodio. Te recomiendo que escuches este episodio más de una vez. No te preocupes si no entiendes todo. Cada vez que escuches vas a entender más. Vale, empecemos. Welcome to episode 20 of this podcast. Thanks for joining me to improve your English. Let's do this. Today I've got more of a sad episode. This week, my great-grandma died. So my mum's grandma, or my mum's nan. That is, my mum's mum's mum. So my great-grandma. She died on Tuesday at the age of 90. Luckily, she was able to live a good long life. She lived a good long life. Not many people in my family have died. As you can probably tell by the fact that my great-gran only just died, I have quite a young family. The only other person in my family that's died was my great-granddad, and that was 23 years ago, when I was only 6. It's a sad time at the moment, of course, especially for my mum, because she was very close to my great-grandma. Over the past few years, I've not spent that much time with my great-grandma. But it's still very sad that she's died, especially because I saw her quite a lot when I was younger. Death, of course, is not a frequent thing. It's not something that happens every day, not in our own lives at least. We don't know people who die every day. That makes it quite shocking when it happens. And very sad and strange when it happens. Somebody dying in your life makes you think quite a lot. And it makes you reflect quite a lot as well. So, on this episode, I want to talk about my thoughts after reflecting on this and tell you what's been going through my mind over the past few days. First of all, the main thing that I've been thinking about, which has created the title of this episode, is that life is short. We think we have so much time in life. We think that death is so far away and that we have all the time in the world. But actually, time goes by so quickly. My great-gran lived for a long time. As I said, she died at the age of 90. And if I lived to her age, that would be very lucky. However, even if I lived to that age, it means that I've already lived a third of my life. I'm 29 years old at the moment. So if I live to 90, that means a third of my life has already gone by. It feels like those 29 years have gone so quickly. So it really makes you think. Life really is short because it means that the next 60 years, if I'm lucky enough to live for that long, are going to go by very quickly as well. The second thing that I've been thinking about over the past few days is that we have to make the most of the time we have. we have to. We have very limited time here in this life, on this earth. We have very limited time to spend with the ones we love, doing the things we love, with the people we love. Time is not infinite, so we have to make the most of every moment with those people that we love, whether they're family or friends. We waste so much time in our lives on things that really don't matter. Some examples of these things: watching TV, being in a bad mood, for example, doing things that we actually don't like at all, spending time on social media, consuming content that is very low quality. As I said, time is limited. Time is very precious, and we shouldn't waste time doing these things that really add no meaning or purpose to our lives. Time, you could say, is the most valuable thing that we have. Once it's gone, it's gone. We can always earn more money, for example, but we can't get more time back. So we need to really appreciate and make the most of the time that we have here in this life. The third thing that I've been thinking about over the past few days is that we shouldn't and we can't take our loved ones for granted. We often take the people in our lives for granted, the people who are special to us, and we think that they're always going to be there. We also don't always appreciate all of the things that they do. But one day they're here, the next day they're going to be gone. So we have to love them, show them that we love them, tell them that we love them as well. We need to make sure that they feel listened to and loved as well. This means not being on the phone when you're with them. This means not being scared to phone them just to say hello and just to show them that you're thinking about them. This means visiting them when you can, because you never know how long you have left with them. So you have to cherish every single moment that you have with your loved ones. As I said, whether that's family or friends, cherish every moment, because those moments are finite. They're not infinite. So we have to make the most of them. Of course, I'm very sad that my great-gran is gone. As I mentioned at the start, I feel most sad for my mum, because my great-gran is someone that my mum grew up with. My great-gran was an extremely important part of my mum's childhood and upbringing, and is someone that she has always looked up to. But hopefully, my great-gran is now in a better place. Hopefully, she's not suffering anymore, and the last few years of her life were quite difficult. So hopefully, she's now in a better place. Thanks for listening to this episode, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Gracias por escuchar este episodio de mi diario de Inglés Británico. Ya has dedicado tiempo a tu aprendizaje hoy, y eso suma más de lo que crees. Poco a poco, tu inglés va a mejorar. Si vives en el Reino Unido y sientes que tu inglés te está frenando profesionalmente, te invito a hacer una evaluación de fluidez profesional gratuita conmigo. En esta sesión, analizo cómo hablas inglés hoy, identifico exactamente qué te está bloqueando y te explico qué necesitas trabajar para hablar con más claridad y confianza. No es una clase, es un diagnóstico claro y honesto de tu inglés hablado. Escríbeme por mensaje en Instagram para reservar tu evaluación. Dejo el enlace a mi cuenta en la descripción del episodio. Gracias y nos vemos pronto. Bye.